Hello and welcome to the first Nostalgia Round video. This one will be on Civilization 5. I'll show you the full game that I just finished at ×8 speed with narration. It was for me a fun and interesting game. I hope you enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna narrate this the best I can, please bear with me. It's the first time I do this type of format. So this is the way I like to play. 22 countries, a random civilization, 41 city-states, Earth, huge, Emperor, more on this later, epic speed, and no time, quick comeback, quick movement. That's how I play, and let's see what we get. So I get Arabian Empire, I'm pretty happy about that. I like the bazaar, the caravan range, the trade route that spreads religion, and the double oil, so I cannot complain having this country. By the way, it's the second try. I lost the other game. I'll tell you later how, because a similar scenario is going to happen in this game. But this time I'll survive. So right now I'm just going around, and one of the things that happened, I was very lucky on runes. I must have gotten at least 4 of them as I was going around to explore. So the way I like to play usually, my favorite way, so you're gonna see my favorite way is I'm gonna go for Stonehenge as fast as I can, because I want to have a strong religion with very good perks as fast as possible, and I want to spread this religion as far as I can. It's not always possible, but in this game I will be able to do that. So I'm exploring around, and things, this is ×8. So things are going pretty fast. I'm going to try to keep up with the action. And I also apologize in advance for the pronunciation of certain cities or civilizations. I'll do my best. Here I'm fighting. And Stonehenge is in construction. And let's hope it's going to work, of course. Here I chose Liberty. I like the free shelter and the free workers, so I don't have to worry about building them. I can concentrate on wonders. Another thing about me is I love world wonders. Maybe a little too much. In fact, it was costly in a few games throughout my. I got 1,000 hours in this game in 7 years. I started playing in 2013, and world wonders all the time, and sometimes it's just too much. I build no army, no nothing, right? So right now that's what I'm doing, no army. But the terrain is very rough. It's to my advantage, and I'm not gonna need that many troops to defend. And it's a bit of a gamble. It's kind of rare to get completely rushed instantly right away, and I only have one neighbor so far, which is I think it's called the Shun guy. Okay, I didn't find him yet, but here he is. You see him. So only one neighbor. He could try to invade me, but it would be difficult with the terrain, and of course I would produce troops. So I can't afford focusing only on religion. And in fact, I'm really gonna go all in on religion here. You see me thinking here because I made the decision to go for theology, because I want, you're about to laugh here, Borobudur, is it how it's called? Is the one that gave you 3 missionaries. So I'm going all in on religion right now. And that second city is great because it gives me access to the ocean. And eventually I'm going to connect my empire by building a 3rd city in time. For now I don't need to. So I'm continuing. I already have my Pantheon done. And so there will be a few moments of silence. It's impossible for me to speak non-stop for 1 hour and 40 minutes. I mean, when there's nothing to say, there's nothing to say. But there's plenty to say in between. I have a few things I want to talk about relating to this game. But for now, I'm just trying to see what's going on. By the way, I finished this game yesterday, but I had difficulty compiling the data because the game lasted 12 hours. And my compiler didn't like it too much. I had to do certain split it into parts and stuff. Here I found Russia. we're gonna become friends for a long time. Then certain things are going to happen. It's an interesting game. If you read the description, you're gonna see the whole story of this game. That's what I like about playing on a big map like this, 22 countries. There's always an epic story. Here's the religion. So I chose Islam because I'm Arabia after all. So I'm choosing 15 points to city-states and food twice. I don't know if you saw it. So a lot of food, and the city-states will give me more points, influence points, when they are with my religion. And I'm pretty surrounded with city-states, so that's cool. Here my scout was able to survive somehow, and I'm gonna go here and get a merchant. I believe think it's because one of the city-states asked for it, and this will enable me to be an ally with how is it called? Kathmandu. I'm gonna call it Kathmandu the whole game. So Kathmandu will be with me the whole game, and he's gonna be a lifesaver. You're gonna see why. I don't know how soon, because at times 8, my memory of how the game went is a bit offset. So here's Spain coming around, and I'm fighting barbarians as usual. And what I'm doing is I'm preparing theology. It's coming. So things are good. I was able to build the oracle in between as well, so I already have, I think, 2 wonders or something like this. So we're gonna continue here. I want to tell you why I play on level difficulty 6, but I don't know if I have time yet. Maybe I can get started. First thing I'll say about difficulty 6 is the one I have the most fun with. It's the most fun. I do not win 100% of my game. I just told you I lost the first game fairly early on. You'll see how, because again you'll see a similar scenario. But most of the time I do win. You could say, oh, don't you play 7 or 8? I did. With 22 countries, I won at 7 and 8. But for 22 countries, I won with Greece and Shoshone, I'm sorry. So the one with the big territories. Diplomatic as fast as possible. Okay, look at it. You see the settler with the Spain settler here? So she's gonna settle a city right in the middle of right between my 2 cities. That's what happened in the other game. The other game I was Iroquois and in the desert. Okay. So by the way, I'm gonna make it spread further away. So Iroquois in the desert, they're really good in the woods, so it's completely useless. And Germany came from nowhere, and they did that, and they invaded me so fast. I had troops, but I didn't have time to defend, and I was in the open. But in this case, I have a fantastic buffer, which is Kathmandu, and there's choke points from the north where I don't need many troops to defend. Good luck with that. Good luck with attacking me. She's gonna declare war soon. I don't know when exactly. There you go. Here's the war. She has no chance. And oh no, that's the denunciation. I'm sorry about that. But eventually she'll declare war, and she has 0 chance of winning. She's gonna get this absolutely softened up by Kathmandu. If she comes from northeast, then I'll finish her up. Or if she comes from the west, the terrain is too hard. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take her city. And instead of founding my own city, I'm gonna take her city and then win on my own terms. Here's Borobudur, I believe. Yeah, I got Borobudur, so I'm gonna spread my religion. She does have a religion also. Fortunately, she will go away, and this whole area will become Islam. But for now, she's pretty annoying because I'm trying to build a road, and the road will be in enemy territory eventually. So I'm preparing troops slowly. Not yet, but I will. I know I don't even need them yet, but I know she's coming. I know she's coming because the same scenario came with Germany, but I'm trusting my friend in Kathmandu to slow her down. So things should be fine. So let's look at what's going on a bit here. Alright. So spreading religion. I'm starting to make... See the tech tree, I don't know if you saw it, iron working. So I'm working on improving my troops. One of the things is to, if I want to take her city, early on with catapults and trebuchet, it's a bit difficult. You need more. I really like, of course, artillery. I don't have time to get artillery. I really need to get her. So I'm going to have a bunch of troops as decoys as I bombard her city. It's just a little bit more difficult. I tend to attack people if I go military. I wait until I get enough range with artillery, indirect fire. So her city is getting bigger now, and she might already be cutting my road up. So I'm scouting here. We're still not at war. I thought the war started earlier than this, but in my memory it did. Sorry about the stuttering. Hey, there, you see her coming? She's coming in. Good luck. No way. Impossible. No chance. We're at war now, and well, what is she gonna do? She's trying to come in, and Kathmandu is defending me. I'm defending myself from the west. And now she's offering peace, but she wants my Medina. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Of course, I won't do that. We know the AI is not very intelligent. If they have a complicated terrain like this, you win. Even against a big army. You can lose if you have open terrain like I did in the previous game. In this case, no. I'll be all good. So this is gonna last for a while. And by the way, I will be asking, or I have maybe I already did ask others to go to war with me, and they refused. Especially Russia, who is the neighbor, her neighbor, and we're friends. And she says no war. It would have been nice. It would have been distraction, but I didn't need it. She's still trying to come in, and every step she takes, she gets bombarded by Kathmandu. And where's her army? There's no army. They're all dying. So that's gonna be good for me. I already know that I'm gonna win this, and I'll be able to get a sweet deal out of the peace treaty that's gonna be coming eventually. And after that, it will be time to take this city and make it my own, and I will have a fully connected empire with access to the ocean. Okay, so what's going on? So I'm continuing to explore the map with my scout. Now I didn't start exploring the seas because I'm focusing on this war. You see how my road is cut off here? So my road is cut off by her territory. Very annoying. So I have my first catapult up. It takes a while. I think I'm gonna lose one for no reason. I made a mistake at one point, but things are going so fast, you're probably gonna miss it. That's what's good about this. I make mistakes and you miss them because it's going too fast. Times 8. I think she offered peace again, but no, I had to give something in exchange. She's not there yet. She's gonna need to understand who's the boss once I destroy her city. Now she's gonna say, okay, let's go to peace. I'm gonna make a sweet deal. Here's a great prophet. Did I enhance my religion yet? I don't know. I don't remember. I'm dealing with all sorts of people. Everybody's talking to me here now. Okay. Another catapult there. No, I think the Great Prophet. I think I already enhanced my religion, so the Great Prophet's just waiting. I'm not gonna risk him. No rush. So see, I'm preparing slowly to try to invade her. And at this time, I don't even want peace. I just wanna crush her. Oh, I think I remember now. You know what happened? Yeah, I lost a unit. You see this the horse there? I lost a unit stupidly there. And I saw her, she kept offering peace. And I said, why don't I offer her peace, nothing for nothing? Then build my forces and invade her after the peace treaty is over. That's what is going to happen, I think. Here you see. Here, there you go. I lost a catapult for absolutely nothing. That was pathetic. And this annoying horse guy is there, and yeah. Are we still at war? I don't see it. I don't think we're at war anymore. So now I'm ready to start preparing to invade her properly while we're at peace treaty. There you go. Yes, the war is over. It's going so fast. She denounces me. Yeah, he really doesn't like me. I don't know what her problem is. Well, I know what her problem is. We have opposite religions, and it's one of the problems. And she wanted to expand somehow. I don't know. So I'm making trade deals here, trying to negotiate. I like getting cash. If I can get cash instead of payment per turn, it's better. So steel. So I'm going to slowly surround her, and whenever I decide when it's time, I'm going to attack her. In the meanwhile, I'm spreading my religion all over the place. Okay, yeah. So the deity thing. When I watch Civilization 5, it's always deity, deity, deity. I do not enjoy it. Like I said, I won in this setup twice with diplomacy only. I don't like winning diplomatic. I will have an opportunity to win diplomatic in this game, and I won't take it. It's more like something in my back pocket. Here we go. I'm invading her now. It's too much action. I can't really elaborate on the things I want to say. But it will calm down a bit later, and then pick up again. When it calms down, I'll talk about a few things. So I'm completely improvising here. So I hope it's watchable. Okay, so I'm attacking, I think, and things not looking so good for her. And this is where I'm gonna leave this war going and hope for the sweet deal I was talking about. Sorry that I forgot that was a peace or a truce in between. There we go. I got the city. And I think I make it puppet first, but eventually it will be annexed. And all my empire is connected. The terrain is extremely rough, so what I'm going to need to do is build a lot of roads everywhere. You're gonna see me, well, it's so fast you may not, but I'm gonna see I'm refusing the deal she's offering until I get something sweet. And I will get something sweet. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be building roads, of course, between my cities, also towards city-states around me. Not because they ask for it, but because I want mobility. Something I don't have with all these hills and trees and all. So at this one I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go for science. And you're gonna see me soon when the time. See, here's the deal. Couldn't see it, but a lot of money per turn, and luxury resources, and the whole thing. So an awesome win. So this is my first win in war, and it paid off really well. So it gave me a city, money, and look at my happiness, 43. It's quite good at this point. I'm in golden age. Things are really good. Things are really good right now. In fact, in this position, I feel like I could win this. I think I could really win this. But there's something's going to happen that, if you didn't read the description at least, something's going to happen that changed my mind and I started doubting. But that's later in the game. At this point, I'm going to prepare for scientific victory. Another way I like winning is with cultural victory. But cultural victory and military victory is even longer, but cultural victory takes a long time. This is my first, and maybe last Civ 5 video. We'll see how you folks react to it. If you want more, and if you like more, if you want me to do more, and let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you want, which country you want me to do, which winning conditions you want, and I'll do it. But if not, it will be just one nostalgia run. That's a new series, nostalgia run, a bunch of older games. It's not that old, but it's not new either. So a couple of games I'm going to do in nostalgia runs, and that was one of them. So here I'm expanding a little bit to get access to the I don't know what that is. Is it pearls or fish or something? I forgot. Oh, whales. And I'm gonna start exploring the seas. Finally. So I told myself, you see when you're gonna look at Medina, my coastal city, very difficult to invade, right? So I have terrain advantage all over. I'm in southeast China right now. I have amazing terrain advantage. So I'm gonna go for a strong navy, because when I do scientific victory, what I need is a strong navy so I can invade somebody who is ahead of me scientifically, you know what I mean? So if I see that we're getting close, we have the Apollo project done, and he's starting to pump up these space vessel parts, I might have to attack him, undermine him, slow him down. Sometimes I use also nukes to do that. Just transform his country into a nuclear wasteland to slow him down, so he concentrates on that instead. So I already made the decision at this point. I remember that I was gonna make a very strong navy. Also an army, of course, to be ready to defend against invaders, but really a navy. That's what I'm looking for. So we're gonna continue. And what am I doing here? So let me check it out. Okay, so 16 chapel I'm trying to build. Another wonder, because you know I like them. Still building the roads, I believe. Alright, so my final point about difficulty. So 6 is perfect. I win most of the time. Sometimes I lose. It is challenging, but it's not stupid. When I go 7 or 8, I can never build any wonder. They have so many troops. I remember games where at deity, I'm surrounded with city-states. They have so many troops that every little square has a troop. I get attacked. I'm no problem. My allied city-state will take care of the enemy. No fun at all. 6 is perfect. 5 is a bit too easy. In fact, 5 I don't think I honestly ever lose on 5. 6 is perfect for me. I play. That's how I play. Okay. So I said I was exploring the seas, but oh yeah, I waited for a caravel. That's what I did. Now I'm gonna explore the seas for real. I forget pretty. You know how it is if you play a game. then you stop the game, you go to bed, and you come back the day after, and you're all disoriented. That's what's happening to me right now. Because this game lasted 12 hours, by the way. It was a 12-hour game. So it's on times 8. Here's my chapel. Pretty happy about that. So here I'm going to make a mistake, I think, with the Oxford University. Yeah, so I started building the Oxford University too late, but what happened is I think I annexed. I was about to finish the Oxford University, but you need university in every city you have, and I annexed the middle city, and then it canceled the Oxford University, so it slowed me down on this one. But in the long term, in the long run, doesn't matter all that much. Right now I'm patrolling around the area with the I forgot how it's called in English, but this ship. It's a range ship. I can't see the name because it goes too fast. Galleass, there you go, Galleass. And I go around and just look for barbarians because I have trade routes, maritime trade routes. So I don't want them attacked. But it was unsuccessful. In fact, I lost one later on. So all my maritime trade routes are very close with the Shanghai, and it's going to be mostly ground. And anyways, I have this caravan range advantage with my country, so it's going to be mostly ground trading. So here's a settler, because I'm going to make another city. There you go. So Damascus. This is going to be a very important city, and you see how it sits only 1 by 1 tile, so that means I can go through it, right? With my navy, I can go through the city, a bit like the Panama Canal type of thing. It gives me access to my the bay there. I don't know how it's called on geographically. I'm sorry. I have a name in mind. I don't want to say it because I don't want to make a mistake. Okay, the name of the sea there. Anyways, okay, so I'm finding barbarians there. Okay, in the sea. So Damascus will be important. I'm gonna have two places where I can build ships for my big navy. Damascus gives me also visibility in the area. And a bunch of countries will later try to attack it. Okay. So I'll look at the barbarians all over the place. So I'm doing some cleanup here. They're very annoying because they keep spawning these ships. So I'm working on that. And it will take a while. These islands are really a cesspool of barbarians. So another wonder. Why not? So things are going really good, and in fact they're gonna keep going good until something unexpected happens. Unexpected because I haven't played. By the way, this is my second game after a 1-year break. Last year I played a bit to get achievements, but then before that I think there was 2 or 3 years that I didn't play. So I played in 2013 a lot. Most of my 1,000 hour is in 2013. With my old computer, I would play this exact type of game. Always 22 countries, 41 city-states. But I had a special add-on which was called Quick Turns. So it would turn off all the achievements. But my computer would not be able to properly handle this type of game, late game, without quick turns. It would take forever. A typical game will take 18 hours with my old computer, and this one takes 12 hours without quick turns, so it's much better. All right. So what are we looking at here? It's going pretty fast. So another format I was thinking about, and maybe you can comment the links below. One thing I could do is play a game and just give you some sort of a overview of the game, like you review a hockey game or a baseball game. You know what I mean? Oh, on turn number 35, this and that's happened, and I would cut. Here on turn 100, this and that happened, and it would be a 15 to 20 minute video. Is that something that you would prefer, or do you prefer this? Please let me know in the comments. I want to know. I'm looking for feedback. I'm completely new to YouTube. I've been there for a month. I really love it. It's a lot of fun, but there's so much I need to learn, and I don't know if this format's gonna work or not. But if you like this format, I'm gonna do more. No problem. It's up to you. By the way, if there's no comments or but I get it seems like I get views, but people don't really say anything. The next one will be the format I just said, with just commentary over a game that I played instead of the entire thing. So I will only do another long one like this if you ask me. That's what I mean. So you can see I have a decent ground force here. I think I don't trust Rome. I forgot why. Maybe they denounced me, or I forgot. But you can tell that I'm ready for Rome to come. They have no chance if they do, though. So scientific theory, and what I'm doing right now, I'm going very fast towards industrialization and modern era. What I want to do is 3 factories and be the first to choose an ideology. It gives you a bonus, of course, as you know. So that's what I'm looking for, to go as fast as possible there. So now I'll be technologically advanced, and I'll have a very nice navy soon, a nice army, and nobody's gonna mess with me while I get to scientific victory, unless somebody else is ahead of me. And of course, with my spies, I'm stealing technology as much as I can until I can't. At one point I'll reach a point where I cannot even steal technologies. Yeah, I'm getting electricity here, and I'm looking at options here. So here I'm thinking, which ideology am I going to choose? That's what I'm thinking about here. And I chose liberty. So this is where I made my choice. I said, okay, I'm going to go liberty. I remember that liberty is good for scientific victory, but I forgot why. So but anyway, I chose liberty, and I saw the Statue of Liberty, which of course I want to build because it's a world wonder, and you know how obsessed I am with them. At one point in the game I was on par with Ethiopia with 8. I remember that. You know when they have these pop-ups, random pop-ups, it said 8, Ethiopia and I. So we were the 2 biggest countries for that. So what I could do is invade Ethiopia and steal their wonders. Certain games that do that. Okay, so continue to explore, and I can't wait for satellites. I know they're far. I want to see everything everywhere, right? Because you're missing city-states. I want to ally myself with as many city-states as possible, so I can impose decisions on the whole world myself, vote against or for whatever I please, propose whatever I please, and get this diplomatic win in my back pocket. If things go south, I can win diplomatic. So here I'm building factories as we speak. Okay, more trade deals. Try to negotiate. See, I want him to pay cash. Pay cash. I want cash. And look at that. I make more than $100 per turn. 82 happiness, which is really good. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm looking at which country to trust, not to trust. who I can be friends with, cannot be friends with. Because sometimes that's difficult when they offer you friendship. You're like, I'm not sure, is it a good idea or not? There's no button to check the diplomatic status, and if you befriend yourself with somebody you shouldn't, everybody hates you. But don't worry, everybody's gonna hate me in this game anyways. Very soon. Well, not very soon. Let's just say soon, because I lost track of time. So I'm doing a trade war with Melbourne because he's asking for it. So Golden Age continues. I think I got an artist. I think it was either a writer or an artist. So of course I'm not doing anything that's for tourism. So I use it for diplomacy and Golden Age all the time. So I'm gonna choose myself as a host, of course. Big Ben. Oh yeah, that's why I chose money, the money thing, commerce, is so I can build a Big Ben, because I want more world wonders because they're cool. All right, let's keep going. What do we have? I don't have a big navy yet. So when I get submarines are going to be killers in this game. Killers. So radio, and now that's a science research deal that I made. I made a bunch of those. It's going to be time to choose ideology because I entered the modern era. And freedom. And I realized that the bonuses are not that great. I used to always choose, I think it's order that I like using. They have fantastic perks. I didn't remember that. So I chose liberty. But liberty has a fantastic one for science at the end, which is you can buy parts of the ship with money. But I'll get that much later. The only thing though, there's a little bit of a problem. I'm going to tell you the problem, especially if you read the link in the description below. You'll know. It's okay, I chose liberty, that's all good. So everybody's going to choose an ideology, right? Well, nobody on the planet else than me will choose liberty. Absolutely nobody. And you know what that means. And that means a lot of trouble. Okay? And it will happen. I don't know when exactly, I forgot. I should have checked before making this video. I know it's mid to past mid game, but we'll see it and I'll comment on it. So still spreading religion here, but I'm almost done spreading it. I'm getting close to other countries who have their own religions, and it's becoming pointless. I think I'm gonna stop getting great profits from now on. And I also know that I need my faith to buy scientific scientists, great scientists. So I'm gonna save faith from this point on. So I aligned myself with Singapore to get some more vision. It cost me a bunch of money, but I didn't care. I wanted vision on Australia. Okay. Another trade deal. Pay cash, pay cash. I want money. Cash. 101 happiness. Look at that. I'm thinking this is great, right? So I don't know that nobody's gonna take liberty yet, by the way. I don't know that. So I think I'm winning. I'm gonna win this game. There's nothing that can touch me. So that's a good one, by the way. The Golden Age, 50% longer. I like that. It's just I prefer order. I feel like order has better. perks. Okay. So I don't feel the need to expand this country for now. It will get expanded later. Right now, I don't really feel the need for it. I got what I need. I got access to ocean. I got enough. But for the scientific victory, I'm gonna need more cities, more science. Of course, with um, with the policies, I'm getting science out of city-states. That's why I'm allying myself with as many city-states as possible. And I'm trying to be as rich as possible so I can bribe them all the time and keep them allied to me. So I can get their science. So I'm trying to build the Eiffel Tower right now. I'm stealing technology still. But I'm almost done doing that. So I'm building schools and what is this? Yeah, I think it's public school or something like that. It's all about science. Science, science, science. That's what I need. So I'm taking a look at religions. I forgot why. Oh, I was curious. How am I doing compared to the others? And I think there's 3 of us kind of even, and the rest are super weak. So I'm not the top religion, but there's 3 of us. Okay, so see here, number 2 in literacy, number 1 in approval, number 3 in GNP. So I'm rich, people love me in my country, and I'm intelligent. That's great. But I don't have much of an army yet. Well, that's coming though. So see, I'm checking again. Who can I trust? Everybody's green. Everything's cool, right? I'm gonna win this. I'm winning. Yeah, I'm winning until they start all hating me, but they don't hate me yet. So still trying to build that Eiffel Tower. It takes forever. So eventually terms I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna have to do more maneuvering in some of the later game. I keep getting troops from military city-states and sell them for money. So I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Spread more religion. I think it's gotta be my last. Yeah, it's gotta be my last great prophet. So here I vote, of course. It's never gonna pass. The guy wants his religion to be the world religion. Sometimes I like doing that. Just impose my religion on the whole planet, just for fun. So that means a lot of war, of course. So I let them all exist, but in the small countries, and I just squash the 6 other countries who had religions and buy my religion everywhere. That's the whole game. I tried all sorts of things. So many things I tried in this game, but always very quick. I started playing with 22 countries and 41 city-states. Very quick. It's so epic, and there's this big story for each. Oh, a great merchant. I'm very happy to get that. So I bought a few tiles close to Denmark. Denmark did not like that at all. But I don't want them to expand there. I need that space. But I promised him I would not do it again. I didn't. I respected. I didn't backstab him or anything. I got backstabbed. I'm the nice guy in this game. All I'm doing is building science. What's everybody's problem? I don't know. Or they don't have a problem yet, but they will soon. So building up a navy. Moving troops around. You know how it is. some sort of international games or so. I don't think I'm trying to win it. I'm trying just to get the silver level, because I want to concentrate on making Statue of Liberty. So yeah, I waited a little bit before doing it because I realized I was the only guy with Liberty, and I thought maybe this is trouble. And maybe I need to start very soon to build a better navy than this. And you're gonna see me eventually go make another trade deal here. You're gonna see me eventually go for submarines. Submarines are so strong in this game, and the computer's dumb, so you can trick him. Even he has a big navy, you have submarines. In this game, my submarines were killers. That's for sure. So I made a deal with Persia to get open borders so I can explore better. So what else? What's going on here? Trade routes. So I got the last one for science. Yeah, so I'm gonna line up to get the how's it called? Destroyer. What a great unit. I need that. None of this 18th century type boats. Completely useless. There you go. Statue of Liberty. Adopt policy. Free policy. That's fantastic. So Christ Redemptor. I don't know how to say it in English. The Christ Redemptor, the one that you get in Brazil. I'm not building it yet, but nobody's gonna build it. So later on, I'll build it because a bunch of city-states I was gonna ask for it. Yes, a moment of silence because I'm trying to figure out what to say here and what's going on. So here I completed this, but I finished with only the silver level. Like I said, I didn't try to win it. I'm continuing to do trade deals and explore all the coast of the Americas. So the caravel pretty much went around the world. It's no longer a caravel, it's now a steamboat. Now I got infantry. I made a mistake. I don't know if you see these Gatling guns. I thought they were cannons. Somebody gave me one of them, and I destroyed my catapults, and there you go. Everybody's denouncing me now. That's because I'm the only one with Liberty. Now everybody hates me, and I know war is coming. War is coming. Effectively everybody denounces me. I think Austria is the only country who has been nice to me, and is going to be so costly to her because everybody hates me. So I know I need oil. And for some reason I forgot how to yeah, that's why I checked the help thing there. I forgot how to do an oil rig. Yeah, what were the conditions? Then I realized, hey, by the way, there's city-states, and you can build the oil on their territory, and you're gonna get the oil. But I haven't realized this yet. I'm rusty at this game. Second game after a year break, so that's what it is. You see the mistakes, and this is the whole game turn by turn, so you will see mistakes. If I make a montage, you will not see mistakes, so you'll see only the mistakes I choose to show you. So I save a lot too. That's one of the things I would do if I ever come back to this format. If you ask me to do that, I will save less. So I add this of course, this well, you should normally do this. Save all of that. Save all the time. But it does a lot of pop-ups in the video, so I'll do it less in future videos if I do more Civilization 5. You can see I still have no oil. That's because I'm waiting for refrigeration. I didn't know. I forgot that you need refrigeration to make oil rigs. There we go. Here's an oil rig. And it's ×2. That's why I got 10. That's pretty cool. Arabia is a strong country. No question. I feel like some of the civilizations are pretty weak. But this one is strong. It's not my favorite, by the way, is Shoshone. I love this huge territory. Oh, I love it. It's great. Okay. Producing and preparing for war. I know war's coming. So I got the army pretty well set up. Here a submarine is being created. And I'm going to have a huge navy, a small air force, and defensive army. Okay, something's going to happen here. There you go. So I know war's coming, right? Inevitably. So I said, look at that. I got the Egyptian fleet right into my hands, and it's not modernized yet. If I let them modernize, it's not good for me. So what I decided to do, and it's about to happen, I'm going to declare war on Egypt and decimate their navy before they can modernize it. This way it's one less country to worry about in terms of navy. And then maybe I'll get a sweet deal out of him later when he decides to negotiate for peace. I'm so more advanced than him technologically for the navy. And there you go. I'm gonna decimate completely this in one turn. Absolute decimation. And he didn't expect that. He was trying to, I think, attack another country. Or maybe it was coming for me. I'm not sure. No, I think they were. Sorry for the contradictions. He is at war with another country on the east. Same for Persia. So I said I'm gonna do the same with Persia because I'm going to war anyways. It's a guarantee. Everybody denounced me, so I'm going to do the same thing to Persia. And Persia, by the way, was #1 in score, and it had a huge country. If you see the thumbnail, the red patch is them. So I'm going to decimate their navy, and with their 18th century boats against my submarines, I'm not sure he's going to do too well. Then he's going to try to invade me, but no chance. And there's this annoying town to Viborg that will be a pleasure to destroy because it's right in my face. This is, of course, it used to belong to Denmark, but it's annoying. I want to destroy it. That's what I'm going to do. Then later somebody else will found another city there, and then I'll destroy it too. Later in the game. So here I am. There's nothing he can do. I'm too advanced. Not only are they dumb, but technologically I'm so advanced that they have zero chance whatsoever. And that is that's very important because he has a big navy. Some more will come from the west, but they're gonna get attacked by the city-states, and they'll be softened up when they come to me, and I'll finish them up. I think I finished the Christ Rédempteur, and that was because city-states were asking for it. I didn't really care much for it. At this point, I might do a few more wonders, but I don't care. There you go. Here's the deal. 79 gold per turn. Thank you. Thank you, Egypt. Yeah, no navy now. You're no longer a threat, and we have a truce at least. And she keeps making deals with me. And Rome, I don't trust Rome at all, and they're still trading with me and all. Well, I never trusted them from the beginning, and I'm ready for them to go to war with me at any time. In fact, as I said, I'm the only person with liberty, and I remember games in the past where everybody would go to war with me. Well, it's not gonna be everybody. It's gonna be half the world. That's enough trouble. When all of the world is at war with you, you are in trouble, obviously. Here's the sweet deal, 45 gold per turn. So I designate 2 countries. Look at it, 300 gold per turn I'm receiving right now. 94 happiness. Yeah, sure, my maritime trade routes were destroyed. 4 out of 7 here. Who cares? Now I'm doing extremely well, and my navy is getting stronger and stronger. And I feel really good about this game. I feel like my chance of winning are pretty good. Until I get a reality check and a scare, which is coming whenever we're gonna be able to vote for the diplomatic victory. So I think I'm looking for no, I'm looking for aluminum. Yes, that's what I'm doing. That's because I forgot about a building called Recycling Center. I forgot about it. I remember later. Later in the game, I'll realize, oh yeah, Recycling Center. Don't worry about aluminum too much, because I have none on my territory, and none of my allies have aluminum, unfortunately, and everybody hates me in the world, so of course they're never gonna trade with me. They keep giving me these, I can't pronounce it, Pirinchina or something like that. So I gotta, sorry, it's no disrespect here, I just don't know how it's called, but I gotta delete them all the times. The circle, you see the circle? Eventually it will be replaced by cavalry. When I have a country like this, I always put a cavalry right in the middle of the country with a bunch of roads, so it has easy access to anything, so it can intervene if it needs to. So I'm placing submarines at spots where I can see enemy coming. Here I got the buy spaceship parts with money perk, and if I'm not mistaken, it might be the second last I get from Liberty. I might get another one if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, number 1. I missed it. Okay. Well, you saw it. You can, if you want to see. If you want to see the scores, you can back up. I missed it, but I saw I'm number 1 in approval and literacy. I didn't see how much I was in military. I'll tell you. I'll get to number 1 at one point for military as well. I had no choice, of course. Not yet. It's coming though. So here I'm scouting for what? Aluminum. Yeah, I'll come to my senses, I promise. Look, it's been so long I played, you forget. The brain eliminates any information that's useless after a while, and my brain decided that recycling centers was useless information. Oh, there you go, I just pointed at it. I came to my senses. Oh, he denounced me. So Rome hates me. Rome hated my guts from the very beginning. And I can see all these people getting order ideology, and I'm sitting with my liberty ideology. That's not so good. So I'm just preparing for war. I'm building this this wonder that's beside a mountain. I believe that's in German. I forgot how it's called, but it's easy to build because you have to be beside a mountain, and most computers aren't. And if they are, they might not be trying to get it. So it's an easy one to get, even at very high levels of difficulty. So I'm building some arsenal and things like this, fortress, just in case I get bombarded. So I see some Roman navy there, but I'll see them coming if with my submarine as scouts. So right now I'm rigging elections. I'm rigging elections everywhere because one of the nice perks of, I guess, Liberty is that I think it's double chance of rigging elections. Well, it proved useful. I was able to get a few more city-state allies. Here I'm filling in the gaps. There was a few gaps in my empire. Well, it's not exactly an empire. It's really a country. That's not an empire. It's not that big, right? It's a country. But I'm rich. Very rich, and my people are very happy. Look, 312 per turn. 91 happiness. I mean, a lot of resources. Things are good. Telecommunications, because I want nuclear submarine, and the CN tower, which gives me free radio towers, and who cares what it gives? It's a world wonder. I want it. I can see Shanghai building up an army here. I'm not a big fan of this, but just from coastal attacks from my navy, I should be able to defend if he ever decides to attack me. And they're dumb enough to try to go directly to my city and through the water, so my submarines would just kill. So it's not too bad, but I don't like it that much, and I'm starting to think that I like Gao and Timbuktu, and be kind of cool to get those city to add, because I'm gonna need science as much as possible if I want to win this. Because Persia is pretty strong in science as well, even though I'm ahead. I don't know when I got him, but I got my great general, my first great general here. Eventually I'll use him to expand my territory against the Shanghai. With the Citadel's pretty cool. I like that. It annoys your enemies a lot. And it gives you territory. You can steal resources, do all sorts of things. It's pretty great. So I'm looking here, I'm trying to, if I can give a little bit of money to finish off the alliance with the city-state. That's what I was doing. Oh, I got rid of that unit. It's gone, now I have a cavalry, stronger. Still making trade deals, cheaper and cheaper trade deals, because we're no longer friends. It's more like neutral and things like this, or guarded, mostly guarded. So my navy is getting stronger. Look at that. Look how far I am. That's cool. So I'm reading on it. I'm trying to find... I'm looking for the one that shows the whole map. I found it is satellites. Another thing I forgot. So which one is it again? Ah, satellites. I want satellite. I want to see what's going on. There you go. Here's the world. The UN, I guess. I got 56 delegates. Look, see? I got 56 delegates. And I need 56 to win diplomatic. So I got the diplomacy win in my pocket if things go south. That's what I want. But I don't want to win diplomatic. It's a bit cheap. It's a bit cheap. But okay, I got it. It's in my back pocket. I'm guaranteed to win if I want to. But I said, no, I want to win scientific. So in my mind, it was, no way I'm going to do this, okay, at that point. But maybe I changed my mind at one point, you'll see. Everybody's denouncing me again. Yeah. They hate my guts. But she's friendly with me. It's gonna be trouble for her. I told that before, I think. So I'm looking at the path to satellites. Okay, I didn't leave the screen long enough for us to see it. So in the future, I'll keep that in mind when I show stats. And I'll do it more often if we keep this format. I'm going to keep the screen longer, keeping in mind that it's going to be ×8 speed. Okay. So major things are about to happen, I believe, very soon. So I took this guy to get in a golden age. Oh, I'm gonna. Yeah, here's the the steddle thing, just to piss off the Shanghai a bit. I want space. Let me breathe. Get out of here. So same thing as usual. I'm just completing each alliances. So 12 turns to the vote for world leader. But again, in my mind, it's like, oh, and look at that. What happened there? War? Somebody declare war on me? I think they did. Yes, and Persia's coming. The thing is, I don't think they have a deal with Shanghai for open borders, so they cannot attack me because they can't go through. They have to go all the way around. So I'm attacking a Russian city there. How is Russia going to come to me? So I have all these city-states as buffer. Of course, a lot of them will fall, but Russia will never reach me. Never. It's impossible. My navy is too strong. If they come with navy, they're dead. If they want to attack me ground, they have to go through all the city-states first, then reach my impossible territory, my impossible terrain. I cannot lose this. It's impossible. And Persia, well, they have to go all the way around. I don't even know how they're going to come to me. Oh, here they are. So they made the deal. But I have nuclear submarine against World War II submarines or something like that. So I'm going to decimate their navy as they come a few at a time, you know. And I just kill them one by one. In the meantime, destroying the same city that I destroyed in the past. A super annoying city that takes some space. I'm going to destroy that. So I'm watching, as I'm fighting these countries, I'm watching up north, make sure that Russia is not coming. But I'll be fine, even if they do. But I will have to maneuver if they do come. So I keep attacking. Okay, so I'm burning this city down. Time to attack Murmansk now. It's also, you see how close it is. It's pretty annoying, so I'm going to destroy it. And maybe give her a reality check again, same as I did with Spain. Look, you want to lose cities? Well, attack me, no problem. You want to dance? We're gonna dance. I don't have a problem with that. So 2 more turns for world leader decision. See another unit destroyed. Look at that. I'm at war with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries, 6 countries or something like that. So I'm like, what? Am I gonna win this like a 6 countries? So there's gonna be more. So nobody wants to be associated with me. Everybody will be at war with me the whole time, all the time, always. I just destroyed a aircraft carrier. That's awesome with two planes on it. So I'm not gonna lie. I contemplated the option of getting the diplomatic victory. As you see, it's already gone, the option. But I said that it was my last chance to get it. I decided no. Even if I lose, I'm gonna give them the game. I'll show them the game. I said, look, I should have taken the diplomatic victory, but I said probably I'm gonna be at war. There's gonna be a world war, but I'm so technologically advanced, and I had amazing geographical advantage. Let them come, no problem. In the meanwhile, I continue to develop my science. So I'm trying to destroy Burmans there. I'm almost done. I think I let my ship heal or something like that. So I'm choosing which city-state to rig elections on. There you go. That's what I was doing. So Murmansk's gone. So some breathing space. So I'm watching what's up on the north. I'm looking at the US, see if they're gonna attack me, but they never did. US never went to war with me. So I look at these cities and say, okay, what do I do? I was considering Vladivostok. Do I destroy this? It's a bit far. Well, I want control. I want access to Australia. So I decided to destroy these 2 cities, Novosibirsk and Bryansk. Sorry about pronunciation again. That's Ethiopia, by the way. I just destroyed one of the ships. I want access to Australia. One of the things is I'm gonna make a little task force, naval task force, that will attack some of my enemies to try to dissuade them and destroy a city or two. Try to get them to negotiate peace, to release pressure. More war, of course. Why not? Now we have Rome. Rome is at war with me. And he's going to do a horrible job. And Kathmandu again will serve as a fantastic buffer against another enemy, this time Rome. You'll see it later, but he's acting strange in his way to attack Kathmandu, and it doesn't work. So you see, the Shanghai, we're not at war, and I'm happy that I'm not at war with them. Never mind. I was happy before. No, sorry about that. I'm at war right now. Sorry about that. Okay, so either they declare war or they declare war. You see how I'm making nukes? What I was gonna do, because I'm at war with everybody. Well, I was not with Shanghai. I was happy not to be at war with them. Now I am. I think they declared war. It's not me. I know it's not me, because what I wanted to do is nuke Gao. I wanted to nuke Gao, draw an atomic bomb on this, and destroy most of his units. But he declared war too fast, so I couldn't do it. But it didn't matter, because it's too difficult for him to maneuver on this terrain, and he's getting bombarded by my air force, my navy, and there's nothing he can do. So now I'm gonna take Jenny, Gao, and Timbuktu and make these 3 cities my own, and I'm gonna control the whole area. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm still fighting Novosibirsk. Get rid of that city out of my way. fighting continues. In the meanwhile, you can see up there what's coming. Apollo, the Apollo project. I'm continuing to work towards the scientific victory while fighting all these countries. They keep coming at me one boat at a time, as if it was gonna do. Even a coordinated attack would be difficult to do with this terrain. Yeah, the AI is dumb, but what can I say? Without the territorial advantage, I would have been much more trouble. Especially early on. That's how I lost the first game. I was in the desert. What am I gonna do? They have a special advantage, difficulty 6. Germany crushed me. I couldn't do anything. The only way I could survive the first game is if I started making an army right off the bat, go full military mode. Maybe I should have, because I was in the open. I played the same way I'm playing here for religion and all. Whatever I'm doing right now, you don't do that when you're in open territory, desert, and with neighbors with opposite religions and all, which I had in the previous game. So making a deal here, a peace with Russia, temporarily, but it does relieve some of the pressure, and her annoying cities are gone, so that's good. Still fighting the Shanghai. I'm gonna eventually invade Gao. There's nothing you can do about it. I got Jenny. I'm bombarding him. Things are happening fast at times. I didn't expect that. I didn't know how the narration would go. Now when I listen to it, we'll see how it is. But I thought there would be more downtime. Okay. Exploration. What was the reason why I chose exploration first? It gives you something. I forgot what it is, but anyways. Whatever exploration gives when you get it first is the reason why I got it, and I forgot what it is. I don't have the game open beside me, so I can't tell you, sorry. I'm sure you guys, most of you guys know, and you're probably very seasoned, probably much better players than I am actually. So I'm making nukes, more nukes. That's just precautionary. If I can see a big fleet coming, I can nuke the whole fleet. But I don't need nuke. I don't use nuke if I don't need him. But I don't hesitate if I need him. I want to win. I'm here to win, even if it's dirty. There's been games where I was basically nuclear or Gandhi, you know. So attack Gao. Will take a while. I think 15 turns of resistance, right? Or 30 turns of resistance. No, yeah, it divides by 2. So 15 turns of resistance before I can take control of that city. I'll make them puppet city at the beginning, but at the very end, I will turn them to annexion and make them produce science to finish the game. Look, I'm number 1. It was fast, but you see 111 at the end. So I'm number 1 in literacy, happiness, and soldier. 106 happiness. In the middle of the war. Now my money income is fluctuating a lot below the hundreds. I cannot buy things like I used to as much, but it's okay. Now I'm going towards satellites. Finally I'm gonna see the whole map, and I'm gonna work really hard to get Hubble. Hubble will give me, I believe, 2 great scientists. And I have if I'm not mistaken, I have an engineer waiting for the Hubble satellites. Yes, I do, see? So I have an engineer waiting because I want to build the Hubble satellite. telescope. It's not a satellite, it's a telescope. That's a lapsus because it's a satellite. Okay. So I'm almost done with Gao. And she's still dealing with me. She's great. And she's gonna lose though. Okay. So the great general is trying to get away. You think he's gonna survive? Let's see. Let's see if. Oh, I don't think he's gonna survive. Gao's mine. Timbuktu will fall. And I thought it was done for, huh? Shanghai. I thought that was it. And I said it's good. It's one less person for the votes, because for the votes I wanted to impose certain things, but being the city states are falling right now, so it never happens. What I mean by that is because you get so much votes that you can. Well, I want my religion to be the world religion. I want liberty to be the world ideology. Things like this. I wanted to kind of do that, but I never had a chance. And he's not dead. He's still alive. He has another city somewhere, and I guess I'll see it when I get these satellites, if I ever get them. You see how it slows down because I have more maneuvering to do. I'm maneuvering all my ships, try to set up some security here and make a decision. Do I attack somebody? That's gonna happen eventually. I'm gonna start attacking a bit just to show who's boss and dissuade them from being to war with me. So in my mind, this is a win. To be frank, at this point, I don't really see how I'm going to lose this. I said the only way I'm going to lose it is if I see one country starting to build spaceship parts. But I watched the technology numbers when you see me on the right side, and I'm number one, of course. But I there's a margin. You see what I mean? And nobody did Apollo program. Or maybe somebody did, I'm not so sure, but there was a big gap of when I did the Apollo program and they did. So no problem. So you see a fleet here, but I think I don't have an aircraft carrier yet, right? That's right. So I'm going to attack Persia, which is a very powerful country. Normally things will be fine, but the problem is I don't have an aircraft carrier, so I will have to. I'm giving you a spoiler, but it's not a big spoiler, but I'm gonna have to turn around. I have nothing against air. He has an air force. I'm attacking with one ship non-stop the same city of Rome, and I'm defending the city-states against his artillery with my infantry. Back and forth, back and forth. I want to make sure I keep those city-states because I lost a lot in the north. In Australia, I lost them. I don't want to lose them. These serve as a very good buffer. So I'm attacking Persia still, but not for much longer. There you go. Here's Air Force is there. I have to turn around. I don't have an aircraft carrier. No big deal. We're doing okay. I lost nothing. Not one Navy unit. I only lost stuff against Spain. One catapult. Because I was stupid. International Space Station. So this one I'm going to try to get it. It gives you, I forgot what it gives you when you win, but it's something crazy about science. And so I decided to go for that. Peace treaty, well, 12 gold a turn. So it kind of worked. I attacked him a bit, turned around, and then he wants a peace, 12 gold per turn. So I said, oh, I guess that was a success. I couldn't destroy his city because of his air force. That's still a success. That's why I attacked them a little bit. It does work. Because like Ethiopia and other countries never wanted to negotiate peace because I never attacked them. They're too far. I don't have time for this anyways. I'm going to space. I don't have time to waste with these people. And now I'm threatening to actually take one of Rome's cities. And this will soften him up very soon. Aesthetics, I think that's because it gives you something, a free golden age or something. I think that's why I went for that. Still attacking Roman city. I want to burn. There you go. See, so I made a very nice deal with him too. I wanted to destroy that city, right? So he said, "Okay, we'll go to peace." I'm pleased with that, so I don't have to deal with his artillery up north all the time. Give a chance to my city-states to recover, probably. You see that musician completely useless. I was trying to bring him to the Roman territory, but of course this is not about cultural victory. So that musician is 100% useless because there's no more songs that can be made in the game. Here's my aircraft carrier finally, and now I can attack anyone I please. And I'm pissed off at Egypt because they took city-states that were allied to me. They've been in war with me non-stop. Here's the Hubble. I got it. Been at war with me non-stop. So I said I'm going to. Here's the Danish people attacking me. It took forever for them to reach me. Look how far they are. They're in South America. They had to reach me, and they came in a line in the bottleneck, and they got absolutely destroyed with their 18th century or 19th century ships, whatever. That was pretty lame. So I'm moving carefully though, just to make sure I don't get hit by a submarine. So I move nice and slow and very methodical. Things can go south pretty quickly. If I get hit by a submarine and I'm careless, things can go bad. I really need this navy though if I want to win this. Even though if I let things go, I'm probably likely to win. But if they sense weakness, maybe there's going to be even more countries going to war with me. So I'm going towards Egypt nice and slow. And I'm regrouping there in the north, you saw. Here I'm looking with my satellite, and I saw Jerusalem, which I never got into contact with. So my plan is to attack Egypt and go around Australia towards the east, towards New Zealand, and reach Jerusalem and free Riga. I think that's how it's called, Riga. Ragusa. Oh, okay. So Ragusa, there you go. So I'm gonna attack Heliopolis. This will take a while because he has a lot of armor, and of course he's gonna try to defend himself. And I don't have that many. I think I only have 2 battleships. Okay. We're building spaceship parts right now. It's pretty good. Very close to victory now. Oh, I'm getting attacked by Moroccans, no problem. And they still have these old ships. But he's gonna like this. Yeah, this choke point is marvelous for me. So I'm hitting it. But now you see he has ground troops just beside the city. So if I take the city with my melee ship, I forgot the name. I confuse destroyer and battleship. Sorry, whatever it's called, the one that's melee. If I take a city and then he can take it back right away, and then I lose that ship. So I have to be careful. So I'm attacking Yeah, I think it's a tank of sorts. So I'm taking his tank. I'm gonna attack his infantry. Anything that's close to the city. And in fact, I'm gonna be sending one infantry unit eventually to provide ground support and actually take the city with infantry instead of my precious navy. So here's my infantry coming in, and look at those brain dead workers sitting there. So I'm gonna steal one. And everything continues. What am I doing here? Things are pretty fast. Okay, I'm getting denounced again, and also it's non-stop because of it's really because of ideology. This is just a game where it would be perpetual war. So I continue to attack, and my air force is supporting my infantry here against the tanks. Infantry is close now. Oh, I think I'll mess up here. I'll lose a ship, huh? Yeah, I'll lose. Oh, so I'm making peace with the Danish people. Yeah, I think I'm gonna mess up. You'll see. I want to say it in advance because it's gonna happen fast. But I'm going to try to take the city too fast, and I think I will lose one of my militias. What did I do? Why did I not take my infantry instead? Okay. So continue. You see how long it takes? It's a very fortified city. A lot of population too. Oh, look at that. But it's a World War II submarine, so I one-shot it. And my nuclear submarines, they upgraded too. There you go, I'm bombarding this. And see, I tried to take it, but I didn't do enough damage. There you go, I lost a ship for nothing. I didn't do enough damage. That was not impressive. But that's not enough to be a major concern. Now I got to see it, and I'm burning it. I said, okay, let's go to the next one. He wants to go to war with me, no problem. So, but first I have to take care of his ground units. Make sure he doesn't. Oh, he wants to make peace now. Oh, that's interesting. Well, he just lost a major city, and now I'm at peace with Egypt. So I'm gonna do my plan and go east towards Jerusalem and free Ragusa. Another one that goes to peace with Morocco. It gave me a city which I'm burning right now. Still building. Takes a while, of course. It's not meant to be fast, but I'm still building parts. I think somebody just declared war on me again. I don't even know anymore. There's a bunch of countries against me. I don't know, 6, 7. Oh, here I International Space Station. I finished second by an inch. I stopped just a little too early, unfortunately, so I didn't win. But that's not gonna stop me from winning this game, of course. And going east, I'm checking where the progress. So 2 more parts and I'm done, including one I can buy. Remember, I have this perk. So I remember that, so I know that the last part I'll be able to buy it. Okay, here I bought a nuclear missile. So what happens, you see, if you see bottom right, Darius is starting to make parts, but he has a huge country with many towns. So I said, okay, normally I would turn around and attack him, but I felt like I'm so ahead, I should be fine. So I decided to make a nuclear missile, send a nuclear submarine and nuke nuke his capital, hoping to slow him down, create a distraction, having to fix all these nuclear waste and stuff. Please let me know in the comments if you like people who nuke people or not. Because I think probably if you watch a lot of, I haven't watched a lot of civilization videos, it's possible that people nuke people all the time. So let me know if you want me to use a lot of nuclear weapons or no nuclear weapons at all. Well, here I decided to nuke him and get out. Somehow I don't even lose my submarine. And see, you see, oh, I don't know if you can destroy those. You see it, this propeller or whatever. It came right after I nuked his town. I couldn't time it, but it's impossible to know, of course. So is this gonna slow him down? We'll see. But I'm so ahead now. It's almost over now. I'm about to buy the last piece anyway, so it was kind of useless to do this. But for me, it's kind of an automatic thing. If I'm doing scientific and I see somebody making progress towards the ship, I'll automatically go to war with them. I don't hesitate. I got caught in the past, in fact, being close to win, and he would win scientific 1 or 2 turns just before me. So since then, it's automatic war if I see somebody. Now Russia and Ethiopia will do Apollo. Here you see. Now all I'm missing is one part. Hey, here's the win. There we go. Here's the win. And now we're gonna look at the. So now we're at normal speed again. So number 1, literacy, approval, and you see I'm top 10 everywhere else. Soldier was now number 4 because I was not developing my army anymore. I didn't really need to. Ranking, well, of course, I didn't have a huge empire, so if you want to make points, you make a invade the whole planet thing, you know what I mean? So I never care about points. So replay, it takes a little bit of time to repopulate. I'm going to show you only the military graphic, and the map first. So let's see the evolution of this, and that's going to be in my thumbnail. And watch the red below in South Africa. That's Persia. Persia is going to become pretty big. Look at the evolution. I always like looking at how it evolves like this, and you can see my country getting bigger too, but it's much smaller. Look at how big it is now. Yeah, Persia was very strong. There you go. That's the end map. And the military graph. Okay, so that's it. This is uncut. I will edit the bad audio if there's audio problems, but I will not edit any of what I said. It's pretty raw. There's some stuttering and editations, and you know, my English is rusty, so it's gonna get a little better over time. I haven't spoken English for a year straight, and then I came back directly to YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. I need to know if you liked it or not. If you would prefer just recaps. Do you want more civilization games? Do you like this format? If you do like this format, which country do you want me to use next time? Which method of winning you want me to use the next time? I take requests and I dedicate requests to the requester. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit thumbs up and leave comments below. Very important, especially in this case. For comments, I need feedback. If you want to support this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.